Mi nombre es Brandon. Hoy voy a estar discutiendo la hermosa cultura de España. I'm sure many of you didn't understand that in Spanish, so I'm going to run it back in English one more time. How's it going, everyone? My name is Brandon. I'm going to be discussing the beautiful and rich culture of Spain, with everything from its breathtaking historical sites, mouthwatering cuisine, and as well as its celebrations. To begin with, the rich culture in Spain is very apparent in its many famous historical landmarks. And I did some research, and my first source was with Barbara Summerwall and her book, Spain, the Enchantment of the World, where I was able to identify how the Aqueduct of Segorria is one of the many beautiful landmarks in Spain. The aqueduct was built during the Roman rule of Spain in the 2nd century BC, and not only that, it's 3,000 feet long, and it was built by the shape and just the placement of stones. It still stands today, and it represents a greatness in terms of the architecture they did in Spain. Not only that, but I also did research on the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela, which is also one of the most important structures in all of Spain as well. And I did this with the help of Esme Fox, who is from the culturetrip.com. And she states that due to the fact that it marked the end of the 490-mile pilgrimage with all the pilgrims, it was often smelly inside the infrastructure of this building. So what they did is they had a censer which was raised in the rafters through a system of ropes and pulleys. What they would do is they would swing it from side to side, therefore giving off this incense throughout the whole building so that it didn't smell as bad anymore. And it is thought that it covered up the smell. It's not really proven, but anyways, there's that. Another important structure in the Spanish culture consists of the Royal Palace of Madrid, which is right up here. You can see, nice landscape, water, whatever. And also, according to Esme Fox and culturetrip.com, she states that it's the largest palace in Western Europe, and not only that, it was built to accommodate King Felipe V. Along with many beautiful historic landmarks, Spain is also home to many mouth-watering dishes as well. People of Spain eat exquisite dishes 3 times a day, and the most important one that they typically eat is lunch. They eat all 3, but breakfast is kind of typically less important to them. They typically eat things like coffee, sweet rolls, things like that, while children typically eat hot chocolate and just churros. And churros are a crispy fried dough. They're made with flour, sugar, and salt to dip in chocolate. It's in a prism shape due to the pipe syringe-like tool that they use. Lunch is easily the biggest meal in Spain. It's around 2 o'clock, which is similar to us, and it's similar to us in many ways. It consists of appetizer, salad, soup, dessert, things like that. Some of the foods consist of tapas/finger foods, which are usually served in appetizers. And not only that, but a common soup in Spanish culture at lunchtime is gazpacho, and it's kind of like a tomato soup. To us, it's tomato-based, and it's typically served cold. A typical main course meal that they typically eat is arroz con pollo, which is chicken and rice, which is we eat a lot typically as well. A common dessert in Spain is flan, which is it's a custard filled with rich caramel, which is right here. Looks pretty good. Anyways. Not only are the dishes in Spain great, but so are the celebrations. The celebrations are a huge part of their culture, and with the help of Barbara Summerwall's book, Spain, Enchantment of the World, she explains how the people celebrate national holidays with a mix of religious and also major national events. Like us, they celebrate New Year's on January 1st, but something different from us is they celebrate Three Kings Day, which is on January 6th, and they also celebrate Easter and Christmas as well. Fiestas are a big part of their celebrations, and they usually celebrate fiestas when it's typically a local harvest in the spring and the summer. And these fiestas consist of dancing, bullfighting, concerts, parades, and fireworks. And we can see right here, vibrant colors, everyone having a great time. As you can see, Spain is extremely rich in culture, and it can be observed in many ways, including historical landmarks, exquisite foods, and as well as fiestas and holidays. I hope you all found Spanish culture as fascinating as I did. Adios.